In this video, I would like to have a talk with my contractors. If you're the homeowner and you just wander around and you click on this video by mistake, you don't have to watch it. There's not going to be a lot of value to you unless you're really bored and you want to listen contractors talk. But if you're the contractor, I really want to talk to you today about being successful. I see two groups of contractors right now. I see top couple percent and I see the rest of the crowd. And I really wanted to make a video. What makes us successful? What does top 1, 2, 3% of the contractors do differently? I talk to contractors on a daily basis. I go to conferences, I teach, I speak, I learn myself a lot. I attend a lot of events every single year. I travel almost every week now, and I see that there's two groups of people. One group of people is really big pool of contractors who is asking themselves, what do I do wrong? Like they're asking themselves the question why they're not successful. And another group of contractors, like very small group, very small, it's literally a few percent, who are very successful and seems like everything they do, they just do it right. And everybody's looking up to them and they just can't figure it out. So I took some time and I tried to break down. So it's pretty much my case study, my research of friends in my network who's uber successful, do everything right, grow tremendously every year, and I study them, I study their behavior, and I want to share with you what is it that they do completely different from majority of the contractors. It's very interesting for me to see when I go to different conferences, I see the same group of people over and over again, like really successful people. Some guys are doing north of $50–60 million and they still attend every conference. You see the same, faces and you're like, what are you doing here? You're done. You should not be here. You should not be taking notes. What else you don't know? You're already running $50 million business, but yet they go and they learn. As a matter of fact, I do the same thing. Usually when I come to the conference or class, within the first couple of hours, I get enough information to justify entire trip. Sometimes I'll pay $2–3,000 to attend marketing conference or YouTube conference or industry-specific conference or expo. And literally within the first couple of hours, you meet someone that you can really justify just for that meeting, for that network, and like I'm done. Everything else is a bonus. Smart people, successful people, they never stop learning. And people who are stubborn, people who've been doing it for years, they think they're done. They think they know how to install shingles. They've done 1 or 2 million a year. They don't want to go. They don't want to buy a ticket. Like, why pay somebody? Like, I have somebody working for me, and he was trying to convince his dad to attend Running Web Seminar. No, I don't want it. Like, to attend some marketing classes. No, he doesn't want that. He never made more than 3 million a year, but he considered himself as a good roofer. I know it all. I don't need to grow. So if you want to be at the top 1%, you have to have different mentality. You have to constantly be learning, and you have to learn how to learn. Second thing I noticed, that ultra successful people are always improving in their process. They want it to be smooth. They want people who work for them to understand how to get from point A to point B. They always build at McDonald's. They always build a chain. Just like Henry Ford built his company in the beginning, just like McDonald's built McDonald's. Contractors always trying to systemize their warehouse. They systemize their job size, systemize their ordering materials. So pretty much building process is crucial for somebody super successful because they understand value of time they can save, and they put extra time to build the process that saves time. And not successful people on the other side, they don't mind to work harder, and they rarely put time aside to actually work in the process. Third thing that most successful people do, at least in my circles, I'm not sure about yours, is they always focus on one thing at a time. They laser focus on their business. They don't spread themselves too thin. You try to call them, you try to pitch them some ideas, you want to do some stuff with them, they're like, nope, don't have time for it. And they're running multi-million-dollar businesses, and they still keep grinding, keep focusing, keep improving. On the other side, a lot of unsuccessful businesses, they always have ideas. I have a couple friends who have real estate licenses, and they pretty much, wherever the wind is, they go there. Like, oh, you can do Bitcoin, or you can do that. I'm okay with you investing your money, but the best money you can invest is actually in your process, in your business, and being laser focused in your business. Your time, your energy should be spent in your business first before you start being distracted with, you know, everything else. I have guys who are trying to get a job with my company, and they, you know, when they call you for the interview, they know it all. They have no sales, they know production, they've been doing for years, they have real estate license, they have their network, and then they always broke because they're all over the place. If you want to be successful, you have to focus on one thing at a time, get it done, and maybe if you have a little bit extra time, a little bit extra cash, invest it elsewhere. Fourth thing that successful contractors do really well is delegate their task. I've never seen really successful business owner in construction world especially who's trying to kill himself by doing it all. They hire the best people, they make those people accountable, and they always delegate most of their tasks to them, even if they can do it themselves. It's okay to show your team that you can actually install the roof, that you can deliver a dump trailer, that you can actually do the sales call, but as a business owner, you have a different job. You have to motivate your people, you have to recruit new people, you have to work on the culture, you have to do 500 other things that are way bigger than a smaller task. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be sweeping floors. I'm a big believer that, you know, there's nothing wrong with a business owner sweeping floors or cleaning office or doing sales or customer service, but you have to learn how to delegate. If you don't, you'll never grow your company. And that's the mistake that most smaller business owners make. They're trying to control it, they control freaks, they control their sales, they control their installations, they rarely delegate to somebody else, they burn out, and as a result, they never grow to become top 1%. Number 5, they never stop advertising. Every successful contractor that I know always spends money on marketing. Even when they're at the top, especially when they're at the top, they always invest money back. And usually it gets cheaper over time, but they always try new things. They always go and hire agency, do it themselves. They always experiment with the marketing, but they always have really heavy, solid marketing budget. They understand that their brand is going to go away if they're going to stop advertising. They are really good about putting their name in front of as many people as possible. Number 6 that most successful contractors do is they actually have sales process. Listen, I don't care what your sales process is. I use Rodney Webb. You can use Dale Childress or anybody else. It doesn't really matter. I always teach people you just have to be consistent and everybody has to be the same. If you have process, you can really scale. If you don't have a process, you're taking chances. I see a lot of smaller companies who never can break the cycle, never can break the same number year after year. They're $2 or $3 million company and they stay there for years. And one of the reasons is because they don't have a sales process. They hire salespeople. Every salesperson in their organization does what he feels like. You know, pricing will be similar, but one guy goes sells it his way, another guy sells it his way. One guy writes estimates on the spot, another one mails estimates. You know, like they don't have a system. How do you want them to be successful if everybody does it different ways? Like you're not consistent, your numbers will not be consistent, and I don't think you can grow without a sales system. And the last one is they are always recruiting. I'm a firm believer that if you want to grow and scale your construction company, about at least 30% of your time, if you're the business owner, have to be spent on recruiting new talent. I have this game. Everywhere I go, I check people out, whether it's my bank, whether it's in the bar, whether it's in the conference. It doesn't matter where you are, you always have people around you. And I always ask myself, would I hire that person? That person is slacking off. He's lazy. He's really not doing his job right now. But this guy, he's a hustler. How much he's making? You know, I want him to hustle for me like he hustles for this organization. Could be a restaurant, could be wherever. I know a lot of successful guys who recruit people from like McDonald's. They go in and they see somebody behind a counter who is really good. They know how much they make. They know the potential, how much they can make in roofing business or construction business. They make them offer in a spot, recruit them, move on. So really uber successful contractors, always hiring, always recruiting, always looking for talent. Are you looking for talent, or are you trying to do it all yourself and waiting for people to knock at your door to apply for a job at your organization? Let me know what you think about this content and comment below. Would like to hear from you and talk to you about your success. See you guys in the next video. 90% of you watching our videos without subscription. I don't know what you're waiting for, but you don't want to miss our sick content for roofing industry. Give me one of those, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.